You know what it is. You know what it is. As one Crookshank here, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, former Division One college football player and current five-time published author and educator. Back for another film session Saturday, doing what we do every single Saturday, breaking down college football. Last week we started the SMU Clemson ACC championship game. We got a little bit of the ways. We got about. Let me look at it here. Got about 8 minutes in. We got about 17 minutes to go. So the thing is, I usually like to keep these at 30 minutes apiece. And I have made the decision, like the executive decision, to really only focus on the teams that made the playoffs last year, because the goal for me in this is to become a play-by-play announcer for some college football games. So without too much intro, let's just get right into it. We were seeing some things. With both programs in terms of strategically defending each team and all that. So before I get into it, let me just remind you, if you are a business owner of 20 or more employees and you are interested in having me come and host a workshop in which we implement a system very similar to what we see on the football field, and the kind of the passion and the eagerness and the hunger that you see from all of these athletes, all these football players, and how well these teams are run. My superpowers, the service that I offer to business owners, is teaching that system so you have actual employees that have that eager mindset and that productive mindset as they approach their work. That's one of the things I do. I'll dive into that once we are through. I'll give you guys a link once we are through I'll show you guys a link once we're through with the film session. So we should get through the entire thing today. So let's pick it up where we left off. SMU Clemson ACC Championship 2024. In Charlotte, I believe it's Bank of America Field. Yes, I do think that is the right. Let me just get my screens here right so I can see everything. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we got a pull here. 4 down. Let's see what they do. Yep, here we go. It's straight power. Actually, no. All right, so see, look, this is why. All right, your under keys are incredibly important, guys. If you want to really develop at play recognition and seeing what's happening on the field, look at these guys right here and look at the pass read they give. So if you're looking in the backfield, it kind of looks like power. The quarterback even takes a step to make it look like it's power. They actually scored. So if you can recall, if you go back to it's on the other recording, but if you can recall, they scored on a play that looked very similar to this. Instead, now he pulls it back and then he looks for the wide open man. You see this back, you see how they all reacted to it. They thought that play was coming again. So watch the way that they react to it. Boom. These guys, they're coming right in thinking that the run is coming. Look how deep he's not even seeing my man right here. He's not even seeing him. Froze him, touchdown. Easy touchdown. Easy 6. All strategy, all game plan. Oh gosh, these ads. That's why I had to build out a separate channel just for this specific thing, because these ads. I mean, that's YouTube though. I can't be mad at you. Can't stop nobody from getting their paper. Can't be mad at nobody getting their paper and all that. Anyway, so right here we see it here. He's not seeing the back. He's not seeing the back. If he would have read his pass reads, if he's reading his under keys, you see the O-lineman pass block, and now you know something's up. And now he's, frozen. Gave up a touchdown. Good execution by SMU. All right, we got a blitz. Looks like a blitz coming. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of delayed blitz here. Picked up very well. That's it. That's right. I mean, it's basic stuff, but it's important that we call it out when we see it. The blitz was picked up well. He stayed strong in the pocket, and he gave the receiver time. To break open. Very good play by both quarterback, being patient, and the protection. Good execution there. This is the risk you take. We see it every week. When you decide you want to send a blitz, this is the risk you take. Let's see what they do here. They send again. Send again. Actually, it looks like a spy here. Nah, they got home. They got home there. They got home. They did get home. It doesn't. Yeah. So they brought him on the line of scrimmage. It looks like a stunt here. Woof! That's it. That's it. All right. Look up top. Look at this. Look at this matchup right here. This is where D lineman, hear me from my heart. Use your hands. You got to use your hands. You got to do a better job using your hands, because watch this matchup. Get up off me, boy. Get up. And then he ends up holding him. And there's no, see, so he's not going to get credit for the sack, right? But you see this, it's no pocket to step up to. So even if he tries to step up, he's stepping up into this. Let me see what that left tackle did and why he got beat so bad. Both of them. Oh my gosh, both of them. That whole left side of Clemson's O-line, the guard and the tackle got bitch smacked. All right, they got bitch smacked like little boys. This one right here, and this, they both used their hands. So we saw this. We saw the guard. Now look. Let's see what he did. Look, he's overextended right now. Not square. Bad position. His hands are out wide. Look at how wide his hands are. Look at the position. Just look at the position of this left tackle and ask yourself why he got beat. His hands are out wide. He's not square. His body position, you know he's going to get his ass kicked. Watch it. Whoop. Look at how, you see what I'm saying? Like, look at the body position. This is all body position. You can't block nobody looking like that. And then this guy's already in bad position. So that whole left side, it wasn't even a matter of them sending the blitz. It was the fact that these two just weren't executing on the fundamentals, on the details, the things that you learn day one as an offensive lineman. Both of them. Yep, it's here. It's here. It's easier to see it from here too. All right, they're sending the blitz again. You got 4. Well, they might not send it. Let's see what they do. This looks like a safety type guy. He might back out of it. Oh, he comes. So 1, 2, 3. Comes. And then again, they start the same guy looking like he's spying. You can't keep it up. You can't. And so here's the thing too, as D coordinators, understand this. If you're really breaking down the play before, it wasn't the fact that they sent the blitz is why they got the sack. So pretty much the D coordinator now decides, okay, I'm going to blitz again and run the same type of stunt again. And now you got burnt by it. Straight up. This safety type guy is here on the line of scrimmage. And look at where the play goes. It goes right there in the middle of the field where he would be. Live by the blitz, die by the blitz. Let's see what the flag was. All right, so we got looks like a toss sweep. Good old toss sweep. Let's see how they block it. I don't see what 22 is doing here. 22, I don't see what he's doing. Looks like the person who blew up the play was that end who set the edge. Let's see what he did. Right here. You see this guy? You see how he sneaks in? That's it. Right here. Good job here. Getting his hands on people. Hold on, let me respond. Getting his hands. So right here, this guy gets his hands on the person coming out to block him. So he's not letting them get in them. And that right there is what stops the play. You see how he makes him cut back. So good coaching point here. All right. Watch this guy. He might not get credit for the tackle, but he makes the play because he boom, hands on him. Look at how big he is compared to how little this one. This is basically that safety that we saw that got, was blitzed earlier. And even though this is a big offensive lineman, him putting a right hand placement in his chest makes it so he can't really move him like that. And he beats, look at that, it's two hands, bang, fully extended, able to stay square. And he makes it so this back has to cut back. Watch. And then boom. That's you see, he's not gonna. And big point here. Big point. I want to make sure I make this point too. He's not gonna get credit for the tackle, but if you watch the game and you break down the game, you see how he caused that play to go back inside. I want to make sure we show this again. We very rarely do we get a chance to see this, and you're not gonna get this in the mainstream media. Only gonna get this in actual in film rooms when people break down and analyze the game. This guy right here causes the play to go inside, and he makes it so the running back has to cut back, and that's what makes it so the running back doesn't score here. But he's not going to get credit for the tackle. See that? Bang, bang, good job. Small things, guys, small things. Really breaking down and watching the game. Let's see what we got here. Another blitz. He ain't stop it. He ain't stop. Touchdown. Look at that. I mean, hey, self-explanatory because I've said it the whole drive, right? Die by the blitz. Die by the blitz. Live by the blitz. Die by the blitz. Look, you're bringing them. You're bringing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave the guy wide open. At that point, you just got to, play football. Play man-on-man football. You can't depend on the blitz of that when you're in the red zone. Oh, they got trickery. Here comes the trickery. Here comes the trickery. Teams start getting desperate. Here come the trickery. Even with trick plays, though, guys, again, the under keys will tell you everything you need to know. You got them all given pass sets, so the pass is coming. Get to your zone and play football. The thing is, if you were reading the under keys, you would have known that and you would have gotten to your zone, but you weren't. All right, 4 wide. It looks like they're rushing 4. Yep, only rushing 4 and playing football. Hey. All right. So what are we seeing here, though? What are we really seeing that we talked about in the Penn State Ohio State game? Other sports. This is just a plain and simple. Hey, he gonna play basketball. He gonna play basketball with you. Just throw one up and go get your money. Period. Point blank. End of sentence. Just throw one up to your big dog. Throw one up to your big dog. Throw one up to your big dog. All right. It's just football, man. That's just talent right there. Look at that. That's basketball. That's just throwing it down in the paint. You got your big, taller guy in the paint, and you just putting one up to him and say, let's do it. Let's just handle our business. Let's just handle our business. That's trust. That's practicing in the off season and making sure your timing is where it needs to be. That's all of that. All of that is in place when you're thinking about how you are able to transition to what's going on basketball wise, football wise, and making sure you're maximizing your ability as an athlete. Very, very important that we see it. All right, we got trips, 3 wide bunch up top. All right. What we got? All right. See, they backed out the blitz now, right? 1, 2, 3. They backed out the blitz. Got this guy going, and now let's see how the quarterback reacts. Terrible. There's just no need for it, though. Terrible. This is important. Another thing important when you're evaluating quarterbacks, there's no need for him to drop at all. He's getting a little, you see that? There's no pressure. And he pulls it down. There's no pressure. And he's instinctively pulling the ball down. Like, why pull the ball down here? There's no pressure. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you're good. Pocket's not the best, but you're good. Still no pressure. But now he's already pulling the ball down, and he doesn't see my guy here. I mean, that might not be open, but right guy, you got a check down here. You got this guy breaking. You got him in a bind. If you just keep your eyes up, you don't have to take a sack here. You don't. You do not have to take a sack here, but you do. Look at it now. If his eyes are up, he's got the guy right here. Just dump it off to your dump it off to this guy, and maybe get a couple yard gain. He makes a miss, whatever it is. This is your check down. This is your check down right here. Look at your check down, and he makes him miss, and who knows? You get a first down. There's no need to take a sack here. None. Now, he got lucky with the face mask, but still, there's just no need for it. Small things. You have got to recognize the little things. Yeah, they got lucky with the face mask, but there was still no need to check it down. I mean, pull the ball down. Self-explanatory, just a straight drop. You can't do that. Can't happen. Just can't have it. Championship football here. All right, 4 wide, and here we go again. You gotta watch that. Let's see what the D end did. Let's see what the edge contained did. Tighter. Got to be square. This is where it's important that you're square. He's not square here. You see that? You see that shoulder turn? If he's square, he's able to make that transition. And then also, this guy, somebody got to get a hand on him. He cannot have a free release on your backer like that. He can't, he's had literally, there's nobody, you got to squeeze that down. And I'm not sure what the call was, but what I do know is him having a free release on the backer like that. That's an automatic first down. He doesn't even get touched. Something got to happen, because you can't have a free release on the backer like that. Well, hold on. Let me go back to this. Let me see something real quick. You see how it might have been something where he was responsible, because at the end of the play, you see how watch it here. You see, he knows he messed up, and then he starts pointing to his chest like this. You see that? He starts pointing to his chest like, that's me, that's on me, that's on me. So it might have been a call that he missed. 4 wide, and had a stunt there. Jesus. That DN is playing, man. That DN, we've been seeing it all game. This number 3 up top is absolutely playing. Hands, he gets it out, but still, he makes it so the quarterback has to go to his check down. That's not the throw that the quarterback wants to make, but this pass rush causes him to make that throw. Yeah, no, that's a good job by that DN. Man, good job. Way to contain it there. Good job. Let's break it all down. All right, you got the zone. See, this is a good job reading your underkeys here, because even though they're getting action here from here, if you look at where the linemen are going, the play ultimately ends up going here. So it's a good job staying disciplined right here. Good job staying disciplined, and then great penetration from this guy. You see that guy? See that push? You see that push as the right guard for Clemson is coming down. Looks like he's trying to reach him. Trying to get here. He's pushing him out the way. It's like, get up out here, little bitch. Look at that. You see that push? Right there. And then he goes and makes the play. Good job, boy. Good job, number 10. Cross your body. Can't do that. You're throwing across your body. Can't do that. Good job. Good job by that quarterback. But you can't make a living on that. You can't make a living on that. That's not going to be a regular thing. That's a great individual effort here, but it's not going to be enough to win consistently with. Unless you make it work. It kind of depends. It's game to game scenario. They only rushing 3. You see, he's looking at, and hey, that again, another great play by the quarterback. Got to give him credit here. So watch this. All right. So any quarterbacks listening that also have the ability to beat you with their feet in terms of just their athletic ability. Watch how he presses the line of scrimmage. So he's pressing the line of scrimmage to the point where this guy has to react. He has to react. He cannot stay in coverage because of how well he's pressing the line of scrimmage. His eyes are continuing to stay downfield, but he's able to press the line of scrimmage and press it. And then as soon as he sees my man react, boom, throws it over the top, first down. Good management by that quarterback. Good management of your abilities here. We got got nowhere. Good penetration by the D-line. All right, they're rushing 3. Let's see what they do. Good job getting out of bounds. Just taking what the defense gives you. He did it again. He did it again. I mean, this is all him on this drive, the quarterback. Touchdown. Good job. Good job. No, it's a good job. It's a good play. And they brought him back. Oh, the ads. Goodness gracious. I'll be looking on time. Got about 8 minutes here. Should be able to get through the whole game. Special teams will get you every time. That would have been the worst time to give up a boom. Stay in your lane, dive in. My goodness gracious, if they only gave up that one. But I think Clemson did end up winning this song. Giving too much cushion. See, this is the thing now. This is the thing. When you're down here and you're trying to play prevent, you can't give that much cushion. You still got to play the game. Okay, guys, look at the cushion they're giving them. That's 10 yards. And I get, listen, you're trying to keep them from getting a field goal, but you got to also still play. Look at that. That's all 10 yards off. Jeez. Easy. That is, I mean, it's got to be smart with that, man. You can't stop playing. And yeah, this was it. This is where the game got a little exciting. I'll turn the sound on for this one. This is now you got a lot of You guys like how I did that, right? I do it like it's a real game where you get a moment like that. You don't want to hear my commentary. That's one thing I actually noticed. All right, so that was great game to watch. As we can see, live and die by the blitz, and you can't stop playing just because you're in a prevent mode and things like that. Eventually that will burn you. So all that being said, again, like I mentioned earlier, here is the link if you're interested, business owners out there that are tuning in right now that are interested in seeing that type of cohesion within their staff and making it so you have a group of employees that are just as motivated and hungry as that championship type team. Just go to makeyourmove.com. It's MAKEYAMOVE.com. Contact me, get in touch with me, and I'll give you your options and all the things I offer. Everyone out there, continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.